Hi, I'm Brittany, and I'm continuing my rising sign series. So, this video is going to be about Leo rising or Leo ascendant. So, what is the ascendant or rising sign? It is the sign rising on the east point at the time that you were born. So, you need your birth time to know your ascendant. If you do not know your birth time, you won't know it. So, you have to find out that birth time. And it's a very important sign. It shows the way you perceive situations, the way other people see you. Martin Schulman calls it your karmic doorway. So it's how you perceive situations, but it's also the doorway in which the rest of your birth chart can get out and be expressed by you. So if you have a strong ascendant, you'll be able to express more of what's in your chart, which brings me to Leo rising, because they do. Leo is hands down the most expressive sign. So Leo rising people often are quite able to express themselves very well and express every part of themselves shown by the chart with such a dramatic flair and such a big quality that these people really know who they are, and they can potentially be some of the most positive thinking people, able to go on after a setback type of people, because Leo is ruled by the sun. So these people can't stay in a down mood for long because the sun just keeps on shining, and so do they, and so do they feel hope in life. And yeah, so the rising sign or ascendant shows the physical appearance. So how to tell if someone is Leo rising? First off, their hair. They have great hair, and actually I am doing such a disservice to all Leo risings everywhere by having my hair up for this video, but this isn't about me, this is about them, and they have great hair. It's usually thick and full and long, and they're rock stars with it. They do the hair flip when they're out, that's how you tell if someone is a Leo rising person. If you see them flip their hair, or if when they pose for a picture, they kind of do like some superstar pose. This is a Leo rising person. Also, if they take a lot of pictures or a lot of selfies, could be Leo rising. What else about Leo rising? They kind of look like lions. Okay? Go look at every Leo rising person you know and tell me that they don't look like a lion. You can't. They do. They all look like lions. And there's like a very dignified aura about them. They don't do anything halfway. If their heart's not in something, they're not going to be able to really put in any effort. And actually, if they're not feeling up to it, they will not go out, because when they step out into the world, they feel that they are entertaining everyone and being this big superstar and being this light in everyone's lives, that if they're feeling some kind of negative emotion, they're going to stay home until they feel ready to be that person that they think they are and that other people see that they are. You might never see a Leo rising sad, because it's too hard for them to show any sign of weakness, which brings me to the 12th house. So the rising sign or ascendant is called the first house cusp of the chart. It represents your outer personality, your mask, how you see the world, how the world sees you. But then the 12th house, right behind the first house, is this unconscious part of ourselves. It's we kind of have an idea that something is there, but we're not usually able to put our finger on what it is until we have an astrologer tell us, because it is behind the veil of our personality, our first house. So Leo rising people usually have Cancer somewhere, depending on which house system you're using, on or in the 12th house. So Cancer is a very emotional sign. It's one of the most emotional, sensitive, psychic, receptive water signs. So Leo rising people can have a hard time showing their vulnerability, showing when they're hurt, showing when they're sad, which is like what I've already said. So Leo rising people need to get in touch with this part of themselves that is weaker, or that is not perfect. They put a lot of pressure on themselves to be perfect in the eyes of others all the time. But they're also so committed to always being true to themselves. So if they're not feeling 100% and not feeling perfect, and they go and put on this act that they are, that's not really being true to themselves. So what they need to learn is how to deal with their emotions and understand that it's okay to be vulnerable, and it's okay to feel sad sometimes and share that with a friend, and you're not going to be judged for that. I really think that's what Leo risings need to do, based on having Cancer in their 12th house there, because they do have very vulnerable and sensitive feelings. They're not this strong person all the time. Sure, they are most of the time, yes, but they do have a sensitive side, and it's okay for them to show that to other people. Also, the 12th house is what we get like when we're alone, so yeah, they can be very emotional when they're alone, and they're also very connected with the home life and their surroundings there. So it's good to get in touch with that part of themselves, know that it's okay to be vulnerable. What else about Leo risings? They're very fun people. They're some of the most fun people. Everything you do with them will feel like an exciting adventure, and they're probably very talented. They're very noticed. If you go out with one of them, everybody is going to stare at them. And probably you too, because you're there with them. You're with this Leo. You better look good when you go out with Leo rising people, because they're going to look good. They won't leave the house unless they've got their best outfit on and done their hair perfectly, but you'll never be able to have hair as good as them. Don't even try. But what else? Yeah. I guess that's about it for Leo rising. Ruled by the sun, Cancer in the 12th house. Learn to be vulnerable. You're a rock star. You're awesome. Love you guys. Leo rising. Thanks for watching.